All right, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Tennessee Titans. A very good game to see the projection of these teams going forward. Bears started out pretty strong, had a very tight game last week with the New Orleans Saints, lost it in overtime, whereas the Titans started out 5-0 and now are on a 2-game losing streak. So the Bears trying to course correct after losing a tough game last week, whereas the Titans are in a weird spot right now after losing to the Bengals last week. Very unexpected. This game is at home. I'm expecting the Titans to turn things around. I still don't believe in the Bears, although they've given me reasons to believe in them defensively. I just don't believe in Nick Foles and the offense. So I think this game will come down to how strong do you believe the Titans really are on offense, which I still think they are very strong on offense. They had a good performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the toughest defense in the league. So I believe in the Titans here. I think the Titans are going to win this game pretty easily. And even if the score looks close in the end, I don't think it's really going to be too much of a contest. 46.5 over under. So Vegas is expecting this one to be a little bit lower scored. And Vegas agrees with me that they favor the Titans by 6.5 points. It's a pretty decent spread going against a team like the Bears that has a winning record and has been good defensively. Bears have been, loosening up a little bit in terms of scores allowed against the quarterbacks and the running backs. Drew Brees had a really solid week last week, and I think Ryan Tannehill, at least at this point for fantasy, has been a better play than Drew Brees most weeks. So I would expect a similar performance, if not better, from Ryan Tannehill against the Bears this week. It's at home as well. Titans historically perform pretty well at home. I really like the Titans this week. On the Bears side, the Titans defense has been below average, been giving up a ton of points to receivers. So you're going to be pretty excited about starting Allen Robinson, and you might be able to convince me to start Darnell Mooney if you absolutely need to. But I feel like I'd rather go with Jimmy Graham than Mooney because we could see Miller become more involved. We could see Cordell Patterson become more involved. But Robinson is an every week start. Good matchup here for Montgomery. I still think you play Montgomery. And then Jimmy Graham, I'd be playing over Darnell Mooney. If you're in a desperate spot, you can play Mooney if you really, really need a flex play, but I wouldn't recommend it. And I think the Bears defense is going to underperform this week, so I wouldn't recommend starting them. On the Titans side, we're starting all the main guys. I like Tannehill this week. You're playing Derrick Henry every single week. You're playing A.J. Brown every week. Corey Davis has been arguably just as good from a fantasy perspective as A.J. Brown. I think you keep him in your lineup. Jonnu Smith is the tougher call, but just based on the tight end landscape, bye weeks, injuries, I'd still play him. I would probably pivot to Logan Thomas over Jonnu Smith just based on the matchup here. But the Bears also have been a little bit more exploitable against the tight end, so maybe not. I think I'd still go with Titans across the board. And with Nick Foles, I think you can always trust to play the home field advantage defense here. Nick Foles throws plenty of interceptions every week. I think this would be a pretty easy game for the Titans to win overall. Got them winning 28-17, get their season back on track after that 2-game losing streak, and keep moving forward to claim the AFC South.